Good morning, Yorkchester family. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on with our with the SIT meeting on Tuesday and principals meeting, and also some information that's that you would like to have from our administrative memo. So first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to the birthdays of this month. Robin Taylor, Miss Parkhurst, Mr. Furr, and then Miss Hubbard. You guys can go by and see Miss Gould for your little surprises. During the SIT meeting, they approved all the field trips. There is going to be a winter variety show. It's similar to, I guess, the talent show you guys had last year. But with that, we will be doing, we'll need some additional information from Ms. Wiles, and she'll get that information out to you. Spoke to Dr. Balknight, and due to our status as a low-performance school, it's not so much a bad thing. This is kind of a good thing for us. Now, we've been approved to have some additional after-school tutoring with a bus provided, bus transportation, and all of that is paid for by 069 budget. So that has been approved. We're going to do about 2 days a week with that after-school tutoring, and that will begin into January, February, so it'll be second semester. All right. We'll also have during school tutoring, and that'll be done during some encore classes. We'll pull some selected students, but we'll look at their schedule and see what can be done about that. They have approved us to hire an additional tutor for that, so that's great. You guys are going to get, you requested Brain Pop, and SIT did approve that. The PO has been in, so that should be getting to you soon. RAS Kids is a instructional program that works with our EC students. It's kind of on a low level, so we want to go ahead and find a program that reaches them. So if there are any teachers that are interested in that, we have some selected slots. So this is just really for our low students, maybe some students who have not been identified yet, but this is a program that we could use to enhance their instruction. Benchmarks. Going through our benchmarks this past time, we realized we had to make some changes, which is great. So for the next benchmarks, it decided to kind of do a mock EMG testing and schedule some times that are very specific. We should have enough computers and laptops and Chromebooks to cover that testing. So this will simulate EMG testing. So Miss Kale and Miss Hubbard will be getting that schedule out to you. The testing window is from January 13th through the 29th. We also have CTE EMG testing for them during that same kind of window. It's January 13th through the 20th. So I know that's a tough time for us to get our students in that testing mode, but part of it, we need to increase their endurance in testing as well. During January, we will not be doing STAR, so if we can do some STAR testing sometime before Christmas break or our holiday break, that'll be awesome, because I'd like to get three data points for this semester. All right, BYOD has been approved not only by SIT but our district, and so if you are interested, I sent out an interest survey through an email, so if you can kind of search that. If you need me to send it again, I'll be happy to. Complete that interest survey, and what that does is that allows me to kind of know the teachers that are interested and communicate with them. There is some additional training that goes along with that. We are going to flip the switch for BYOD coming in December and January. So what that entails is you'll have BYOD for teachers and a separate server for students. And so we'll go through those parent nights, student training, and additional teacher training. Some of that training will be online. So if this is something you want to try and kind of just enhance your instructional toolbox, then let me know through that interest survey. If you're not interested, that is totally fine. Remember, this is a pilot process for us this year. So we're going to just only have a handful, and that is quite all right. Turkey Trot. We have, that'll be on Monday, the 23rd. Coach Radford will probably give us an update list on who's going to be coming out. We're running on a half-a-day schedule. And then Encore, kids will be going to Encore, the first Encore or Encore A scheduled during that day. Just want to let you know the students that are not attending, it's up to the team and the grade level to talk to the students and arrange a schedule for them. All right. Students supervised after school for either tutoring purposes or doing some extra work. If you guys can make sure that you're with your students, that'll be helpful. I know we have some trusting students that kind of venture the hallways, but I don't want them to get accused or not accused with students that are in the wrong place at the wrong time. So make sure you're with your students. Also, have some close supervision during recess. We're getting some increased discipline referrals during recess. If you kind of need to shut that down and do some very structured recess to kind of set the tone or the message for those students that this is not a free-for-all, that is totally okay with me. And also increase your supervision during transition times. That's quite important. Ms. Parkhurst is going to be sending out a new Teacher of the Year and TA of the Year nomination forms and asking you to vote for those people. So I think it's important for us to recognize our outstanding educators here at this school. So we want to be a part of that. An update from the principals meeting. I've just got a couple key points in. I am including the agenda and the minutes from the SIT meeting and from the principals meeting. There's a lot of information there, so please take time to read that. I just didn't need to go over everything. But some key points from the principals meeting that you do need to know about. Due to the $1.1 million that the county commissioners gave to Gaston County Schools, our cabinet and our board have approved to give 2 sets of Chromebooks, which will be 60 Chromebooks per school, and then we get 2 carts with those as well. So SIT has approved a purchase of 1 set of Chromebooks already, so we have those coming. They should be coming soon, and then additional 2 sets of Chromebooks. That sets us in a good place to be in. If we're not one-to-one at this point, we will most definitely be one-to-one. And something I want you to remember during benchmark testing, the CTE coordinator said it is okay for us to use the CTE Chromebooks. We have a set each for Miss Robin Taylor and Miss Jana Taylor's classes, so they can free those up after their CTE testing has been complete. So that second week, we can definitely use those as well. So we should be in a good place for testing and to be one-to-one with our students. So that's kind of where we want to be. EVOS has released the teacher value-added reports for you guys. That is part of your Standard 6, and that's very important for you to recognize that. I also want you to remember that whenever you look at data, you have to look at it with a different eye. There's some things that may hurt your feelings, but you need to drill down and look at the specifics. Also, look at the kids that we're teaching. We're different. This is a different year, and it's a different feeling, and just a different way of doing things this year. And so I think we're moving in the right direction. And so you'll definitely see some improvements on your teacher value-added reports for next year. So I think we're also moving in the right direction, and we're doing great things. We all are doing great things here at York Chester. Okay, walkthroughs. Walkthroughs from here on out will have a weekly focus, and what I'll do is during the Pride newsletter, I'll give that weekly focus to you and provide some additional resources so you can have some examples and look at what we're specifically looking at for those walkthroughs. Just a reminder, ICANN statements are very important. That is a district initiative and district requirement. That is a box that we have to check. Yes, you have your ICANN statement up, or no, you do not. So I'd like to see those. If it is part of your PowerPoint or presentation during that day, just let us know that, and then we can make a note on our walkthrough. All right, dress code for staff. Just to remember, this is just a check-in for you guys. We need to make sure that we follow the dress code just like the students have to follow the dress code. So, just make a point of that. Also, with the dress code, it's getting, the kids are getting comfortable, and so we just need to kind of be as vigilant as we were at the beginning of the year to monitor that. And on that level, I want to address the blankets. It's not cold enough in this school for us to have, for students to wear blankets during the day, so that needs to stop. The few students I've seen do that, I have addressed it with them, and I haven't seen them yet. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone in the staff knew that there's no need for our students to wear blankets. Talking about the heat, the boilers will be on. They're going to turn them on today, and so we should have plenty of heat. There's an expectation of being 20-some degrees on Sunday night, coming into Monday morning. So I want to make sure that you guys are nice and toasty and warm for that first day as we prepare for Thanksgiving. All right, some other important information. It talks about money. So there is a possibility for retroactive pay, and that is going to start on the 24th. What that is it's talking about the different steps that the General Assembly approved, and I would like for you to read that specific information in the principal's minutes, and that's actually at the bottom of the page. So that comes from our finance department. Also, your $750 bonus, that'll be paid in December, but they haven't voted on the exact date. It'll be a separate check compared to what you get on your normal pay. So it won't be on, it should not be on the on your normal check. They usually don't do those. And you'll end up getting I think it's 45 or 55% tax rate. So there you go. But the last thing is, I know November, November is the month to be grateful. Last week we were talking about being grateful, and I'm grateful to be at York Chester. This is a great school. We've got hardworking teachers and hardworking staff, and I just want to say thank you. And thank you for all that you do for our school. We all are turning this school around. As I said at the beginning of school and at the beginning of the moment I set foot on this campus, we have to change the perception. And it's not something you can do overnight. And gradually we are changing that perception, and positive things are coming from York Chester. So if you can express that to your students and really express that amongst your peers and your cohorts out and about in the community, that'll be great. But I want to really take the time to pause and say thank you for the job that you do here at York Chester. And this is an awesome school, and thank you very much for all that you do. All right, hope you have a great day. Thanksgiving is coming around the corner. Lesson plans for Monday and Tuesday next week are attached to this past week. So I wanted to kind of you guys plan ahead, and I didn't think we should have something just for 2 days. So enjoy your time off, and let's come back from Thanksgiving rested and with a belly full of food and turkey and ham and all that good stuff, and just have a good time off. And let's make these 2 days coming up positive instruction going on for our students. All right, have a great Friday and take care.